Hello, welcome to Limitless. Today I'm honored to speak with David Alia, Chief Product and Technology Officer at PropHero, a leading PropTech company. David, thank you for joining us. We're first chatting to PropHero. So, how has your role as a CPTO allowed you to shape the product and the strategy?
So after all these years of consulting, I knew that I could help clients do great things, but I wanted to do them myself. So I started working with PropHero, this investment property company, and uh, as a CPTO, so Chief Product and Technology Officer, the good news is you can do both. You can do the product and the technology at the same time. So what I liked about it was I could shape everything I wanted the way I wanted. So the founders came with ideas and a vision and a strategy, and I was able to shape it by myself. So in terms of technology, what is the best platform? How can we reduce the costs? How can we optimize for the long term? How can we scale? How can we be performant? All this was the first question as a technology hat. But as a product officer, the question was, what is the best experience for people? How can we bring more people to the platform? What are the value propositions we can offer that are different from other competitors? So this is what the CPTO does. And again, doing both at the same time was amazing because I shaped the product from the ground automatically.
So we know ProHero has been recognized as a leading company in the ProTech.
Yeah.
So how you think ProHero makes its unique selling points? How does it makes it so significant in this industry?
So I think the idea of PropHero at the beginning came from a problem, and all the great stories, all the great companies start with these stories of a problem to be fixed. So the problem to be fixed from the founders was, in Australia at least, but also maybe elsewhere in the world, you want to invest in properties, but you don't know how. So you have to go through different people, the conveyancer or the solicitor, the mortgage broker, and the property manager. It's a burden. Then you don't know where to invest. So you have to go to Queensland, visit by yourself. All this is very hard for people, and especially for me as an expat, for example. I wouldn't know where to buy. So the problem was, how can we streamline this industry that is very old, full of scammers and all this? How can we make it more efficient? How we can make it a great experience for people? And so with AI being able to build the right models with the right experience on an app that people can use day to day, PropHero started to become more and more famous because people could buy an investment property in a click, and it was such a good experience for them. So this is where I think we are different from our competitors or on the market, because we have this vision of human, so coaches and property managers who know the field, and AI and tools where we can streamline the experience. That's why I think PropHero is different.
Yeah, that's true. That's make the unique selling point. Thank you. So what do you see the PropTech industry evolving in the next few years?
So the prop tech industry is still the prop tech industry is still young. I mean, the property industry is old, but the prop tech industry is young for many reasons. First reason is that when you buy a property, you don't buy a TV or you don't buy shoes. So it's a lot of money. So it's not a matter of experience only, it's also a matter of trust. So if you want to buy a property, you have to trust the person you are talking to. So this is why many buyers agents today are flourishing, because they are the go-to person. There is a human behind this. In the longer term, I think it will still remains valid because people need trust. However, we are going to more and more be helped with AI. So where is the best market? What is a good property? How can we find the best properties? What are the booming areas where I'm investing right now? $1 and it's going to be five in 5 years or 10 years. This is where I think AI will become such an assistant. Imagine if you think about the doctor or medicine as well. Tomorrow you won't go to the doctor, you won't go to an AI, you won't go to a doctor, and the doctor will have their AI assistant to give you better insights. So I think it's going to be the same for PropTech. Having said that, there are many things that are going to be also revolutionary in the future in the prop tech. For example, renovations. So today, when you look at property in renovation and you look at the old photos, today there are tools that can create a new experience automatically with AI. So all this will happen, but the big shift will be AI using data to get the best models.
So, as a CPTO, what is the biggest challenge that you're facing in driving the innovation while you want to keep the operational efficiency?
It's a good question, actually. Generally speaking, if you think about Google in the prime time, Google was dedicating 20% of their time to innovation. So, let's say 1 day a week for innovation for every employee. I think it's a great idea. It's less and less true today, but we need to give time to employees to find better ways of doing things. This is a major stake here and a major difficulty here because people don't have time, especially when you are a startup like us. You have no time for nothing, so you just rush and you want to deliver more and more. So that's one big hurdle. I would say the second point is that innovations today with Gen AI are everywhere. So you don't know where to look for the right one because every new startup uses AI today to do something. So you need to find the best ones. And finally, I think one of the difficulties is that Gen AI today is, of course, a gift, but also a threat because Gen AI can do so many things for you and with you, of course, but also can replace you. So one of the difficulties will be in the longer term to find how we can use these tools and so they don't use us and replace us. So that's the main challenge today.
Yeah, I can see you're doing a good job in balancing the innovation and scalability in this fast-growing company.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, thank you. So you have led cross-functional teams throughout your career. So how important is collaboration between product, technology, business, and teams in delivering the successful outcomes?
So I think this is essential, of course. If you think about it, if you build the best tool with the right technology, but nobody knows about it, it doesn't make sense. If you build the best technological tool, but the experience is not working, then people won't use your tool. The opposite, if the product is a great idea, but it doesn't work because it's not efficient, it's not quick, then people won't use your product. So it's always a mix of everything. You need to understand what your clients want. For that, you need to interview them, but you also need to talk to the salespeople, you need to talk to the business, you need to talk to people who operate. At the same time, they have an idea and they have biases, so you need to talk to the customers. Then the marketing will sell it to people, and these people will think about a fantasy of the product. So you need to align them, the marketing and the clients, to what the reality is. And then technology and product, of course, they go hand in hand. That's why my role is CPTO, is to mix and to blend this experience. So of course, this is what is at stake every day. Now, to be honest, it's not always easy because we all have silos and plannings and delivery concerns. What we try to do is to be organized as squads. So some teams are organized so they can be empowered and make their own decisions all the time. So someone from marketing, someone from the business, someone from technology and product all work together and make their own decisions. That's ideal. Of course, the reality is not as easy, but this is what we would like to do. Yeah.
Yeah, so looking back at your career, what lessons you have taken from the leadership and team building?
So when you start managing people, you realize that you are on the other side of the fence. So before you were managed, now you are managing. It's interesting to see you see with different colors on your glasses. Before you were thinking like, oh, my manager doesn't understand me and they don't understand that and they don't communicate. And so things are not really always, I would say, easy or simple. When you start managing people, you realize that, yes, of course, it's not easy and you're on the other side.
Yeah.
The lessons I learned, I think the biggest lesson, it's not from me, but that I understood by myself, is vulnerability. So as a manager, you need to be vulnerable. It's fine to show that you are vulnerable. Vulnerable doesn't mean weak. It means that sometimes you don't know and it's okay not to know. It's okay not to tell people what to do when you don't know. And when you're not okay, it's okay to say, I'm not okay. That's one big one. The second one, I think, is to treat people as grown-ups. So many times in companies, you will see managers who are going to try to educate their children, but we're not a family. We are here to work, and people are grown-ups, so they know what to do. They are responsible. They want to do their best, and I think this is what's important here. I believe that people want to do their best in a company. I trust them by default, and so this is where we start from. We start from this level, not this level, and from there you see that people want to flourish, want to thrive, and they trust you. And when they trust you, you can achieve almost everything.
So, David, thank you so much for sharing your journey and your experience in all your life and your insights today. And really good to know ProHero and Pro Tech Company and Pro Tech industry with us too. Thank you.
Thank you.